Today's Midday Kentucky cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Time Kitchen, and Troy is MIA. No, he's over at the station, and I'm cooking by myself today, and we're going to be making one of my favorite summer dishes. All week we've been talking about just summer dishes, and one of the favorite produce of the year right now, heirloom tomatoes. You can go to the farmer's market and you can actually find a beautiful variety of tomatoes, and we're going to make a caprese salad. So we're going to make a basil pesto, picked up some fresh mozzarella at the market, and heirloom tomatoes. So I think when you are just making a simple dish like a salad, it's important to maybe focus in on some key high quality ingredients like a great fresh mozzarella or an heirloom tomato. They're a little bit pricier, maybe a little bit more expensive than just your aromas or your conventional items, but they really make all the difference when it comes to a great summer salad. All right. So as far as our tomato, I'm just going to have some slices of our heirloom tomato. We're going to do the same thing with our mozzarella. And then I am going to also add a little bit of sliced red onion. And I went ahead and did that just so I wouldn't cry on TV, because there's that fun gas that's released whenever you slice onions. And if you wear contacts, your eyes are protected, but I don't. So I'm just not going to cry on TV today. But we're going to make a basil pesto. So I went to my garden, picked up some fresh basil, and we're going to put it all in a food processor so we get a nice smooth pesto. Fresh basil, a little bit of minced garlic, and Parmesan cheese, okay? Those are kind of the bases for the start to a great pesto. We'll add some salt and pepper to this. You all see me do this all the time, but I love having my salt and pepper out just like in an open jar so that I can really just trust my pinch versus worrying or messing with a salt shaker or pepper shaker. All right, we're going to blend this together real quickly. That's just going to kind of bring it to a paste form. Just a nice little rough chop brings everything together. Now, one of the most important ingredients or important steps for me when it comes to a great pesto is pine nuts. And pine nuts just have this creamy, nutty, just beautiful flavor, but they really come out and are more flavorful when you toast them. And when you toast your pine nuts, you also get more of the oils out of the nuts, which actually creates more of a creamier pesto. So we're going to add that in. We're going to continue to blend this. You could go with a shot of lemon juice if you like, but really this is all that you need. Now, a trick that I add, because if you don't have enough fresh basil and maybe your plant hasn't grown enough yet and you don't want to pick too much of it, you can add in some spinach greens, or in this case I've got some arugula, and that will stretch your pesto. It still has that wonderful, beautiful basil flavor, but it will be nice and bright and green and colorful for our salad. So mix that in. And then final step is our olive oil. I go through quite a bit of olive oil, as you can tell, but one thing to note when you're buying olive oil, if you find it in a metal container, it actually helps protect the olive oil from light. So I always look for it in one of these jars versus like a glass bottle. All right, so we're gonna blend this and just slowly add in our olive oil. The olive oil really takes it from that thick paste to more like a sauce. All right, and that is it. So we have our basil pesto. We're going to slice up our mozzarella. We have our onions, our tomatoes, and then for a caprese like this, I just will continue to layer it more like a stack. So we've got our tomatoes. We're going to throw this together, and you guys are going to find my recipe on our website at wtvq.com/recipes. And you can also find me on Instagram at Chef Allison Davis, and we'll be right back after the short break.
Today's cooking segment was brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.